from Texas, Mr. Cloud, is recognized to address the amendment.
Thank you, Chairman. You know, I have to say, when I looked at the amendment list, I didn't think that this is the one we would spend the most time on. Certainly what's going on in Ukraine and Russia is important, but our responsibility is certainly our military and what we need to do to prepare against the threats against this country. And there are evil.
It's not winnable. On public, on TV.
Can we have order, sir? There is certainly evil all over the world. There's dictators all over the world. There's people being hunted, persecuted in countries all over the world. We cannot afford at this point to be the policemen of the world and still survive fiscally as a nation and be able to defend our interests. It's interesting because, you know, when I came on this committee, you heard about how collegial everyone is, and we hear that sometimes, but I hope we're taking notes because there's a collegial attitude across this aisle when we agree, but when we're not, the vitriol coming this way is that we're immoral, we're evil. It's not just that we see it differently, maybe we see a different way to find peace and security for Ukraine. Today, the Trade Secretary and the administration's working on a peace deal that would bring economic stability to Ukraine, and they would projected have 3 times a larger economy, maybe in 20 years than Russia, which would provide them a pretty good sense of stability. So there's different ways to get to a goal other than us joining every single war. We talk about not trusting the president, not trusting the members on this side of the aisle, and then at the same time say we were upset that the U.S. didn't respond when Russia invaded Crimea. Well, who was in the White House at the time? That was Obama. When did Putin invade Ukraine? That was under Biden. Okay, let's be honest about this. If we're going to talk about the moral capacity, maybe we don't want to fund every war that your administrations allow and start from weakness in leadership in the White House. We didn't have to be in this war. We don't want to be in a war. And for goodness sakes, we spent so much time on this. When are you all going to start caring about the American people? Some of us don't want to send our sons to war across the country if we don't have, or across the world if we don't have to. We don't want to send our tax dollars there. We are up against a fiscal wall. Look at what's happening in the bond markets. Look at what's happening. Our credit rating was just downgraded. We cannot continue to afford every war and survive as a country. There's other reasons why we need to find a different way to peace than continue to send our dollars, our military dollars, that we need to use to rebuild our own military for all the other threats that would actually affect our nation even more. So please, let's stop with the feigned moral high ground on this issue. It's ridiculous. Some of us just really care about America first. It's more than a talking point. We actually care about the citizenry. We actually care about our kids. We want our kids to have a future. We want this nation to be fiscally sound and be able to pass on the blessings of liberty and the prosperity we've known to our kids and our grandkids. Thank you. Now yield back.